Star Trek Voyager's Starfleet serial killer explained by producer. Star Trek Voyager introduced a Starfleet serial killer as a recurring character in Season 2, but producer Michael Piller justified how one of the crew could turn out to be a killer in the first place. Voyager had its fair share of unsettling antagonists, from giant viruses that infected the whole crew to the Vidians, who harvested alien body parts to keep themselves alive while being consumed by a deadly illness. However, one of Voyager's most startling episodes was Season 2, Episode 16, Meld, which introduced Lon Suter, Brad Dourif, to Voyager's cast of characters. Suter was a Betazoid and former Maquis who was found guilty of the murder of crewman Darwin, Debbie David. Dourif played Suter to terrifying perfection during Meld, bringing to life a character who killed simply because he enjoyed it. Suter is a fairly unique character in the Star Trek timeline because he was a Starfleet officer who was also a serial killer, something the franchise had never showcased before. However, one big detail about Suter's past explained how he could be serving on a Starfleet ship while also harboring such violent tendencies. Star Trek Voyager's serial killer had to be a Maquis in a vision of the future. Star Trek Voyager by Stephen Edward Poe, a reference book for Voyager's early seasons, producer and showrunner Michael Piller explained how the creative team got away with introducing a serial killer who was also a member of Starfleet into the franchise. Piller stated that the biggest loophole they exploited was to make Suter a former Maquis, and discussed why no previous Starfleet officers depicted on other shows could have been serial killers. Read Piller's full quote below. Given Starfleet's values, mission, and ideals, a killer like Suter would not be drawn to the organization because fighting and violence aren't its main objectives. This is true even though Starfleet is run like a military. Making Voyager's resident serial killer a former Maquis was the only logical move and a smart way to remind the audience that many members of the crew had not started as Starfleet officers. The Maquis became Starfleet crew very quickly, but small reminders like this about their sordid past always made storylines more interesting.